How to rock the no editing video. Da, 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 da. Cha! Videos that shine. Oh my gosh. Okay. Why the lameness? Okay. This is Sarah Michelle Brown, your virtual video director, and the lameness is because I'm doing a no editing video. There's no editing, no tricks or anything like that, so I am adding my own little personalized bits of pizzazz to it. So today I'm going to be walking you through my 3 top tips for how you can make videos that don't have editing. If editing is something that you just don't want to dive into, you don't want to outsource it, you don't want to do it yourself, you just want to press record and post, okay? So here are my top 3 tips. Number 1, keep it short and planned. Okay, so what does that mean? Keep it short means finding the magic zone between which you are able to deliver your content in a nice flowing manner and keep your audience's attention, okay? So this will vary from person to person because some people can talk for 20 minutes and have no problem in front of the camera. Other people, it's maybe, 10 seconds. So you definitely want to see if you can talk for 20 minutes, will your audience still be interested if you're talking to the camera with no cuts, no nothing for 20 minutes? Probably not. But maybe. So it's something that you're going to have to play around with and see what works for you, okay? Now the thing about editing is it is something that helps to keep an audience's attention. That's actually like part of its design. So every time there's a cut, there's this little thing that goes off in your brain that keeps you wanting to watch more. So when there's no cuts, people's attention spans get shorter and shorter. So keep that in mind when you're doing this, okay? So yes, find that lovely bridge between how long you are able to talk and feel like you're in a good zone and how long your audience's attention can stay when there's no edits, okay? So number 2 is to understand that it will probably take several takes in order to get one that you are happy with. So for me, I think I'm on about take number 6 or 7 right now because I am someone who is a editing fiend. I love to edit. So when I do my videos, I know that I can edit and play around in the back end. So I don't really worry too much when I'm recording. I allow myself to make mistakes. It's no big deal. But when you're doing that one-off, like, wow, like from start to finish, it's got to be like Shazam. So understand that you're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. So as you're going through, if you're on take 49, to understand that you can give yourself permission to make these mistakes and don't start beating yourself up, okay? So if you're on take 49 and you're like, wow, I suck and it's showing in your face, then you're not serving your customers and you're not serving yourself either, okay? So know that it could take multiple takes. This is something that is totally okay. You may nail it that first time, but you may not. So as you're going through it, just be cognizant of what your acceptable mistakes are. So acceptable mistakes are things like taking a quick little moment to gather your thoughts, to stumble over words a little bit, as I have definitely done both of those, that type of thing. Those little minor infractions that just happen when you're talking. Some unacceptable types of mistakes, quote unquote mistakes, are things like being really hard on yourself while you're doing it. That definitely translates. If you are really lost and not sure where you are, and all of a sudden there's a really long, awkward silence, you probably don't want to use that take either, okay? So you definitely want to show people, like these one-take kind of videos are ways to show people who you are because there's no filter, there's no cutting going on, but you definitely still want to show like your best parts, okay? Awesome. So the short part is definitely not happening right now, but I want to get through these. So number 3 is to try to get a little bit creative. As you see, I have my little Post-it notes here with these numbers on it. But it's just about like taking this format of like pressing record and then like turning it off as a kind of a vehicle for which you are making these videos. So you don't have to pretend that you're making freaking Lord of the Rings when you're doing this, but you can definitely make it like you're just having a great conversation with your peeps, like say you're using your webcam and you're at your office and you are doing these videos for them, and it's going to be like, say, a minute long or something like that, you can just let it fit what you're doing, okay? So no frills and no muss and no fuss, let it be just that, you know? Or you can just make up music and silly things and do what I was doing, but just let it fit that format and think outside the box a little bit. So, you know, like this video could have been like, hey, I don't know, my hatful video bits of love for you, okay? So it's just like, just being a little playful. I think these one-offs are a great opportunity to be a little more playful because it is a little more uncut. Well, it's a lot more uncut. It's completely uncut. It's like the uncut raw version of you, but like, you know, with, you know, several takes under your belt. Okay, so those are my top tips for making these videos that have no editing whatsoever, which is so crazy to me. One thing that I did notice, you know, I'm on take 6 approximately, is it definitely made me feel more pressure. I felt more pressure doing it this way because I felt any of that perfectionist part of myself that I have was coming up more. I could feel myself feeling actually a bit nervous doing it this way. So know that when you're doing it, unless you are a master, because some people are masters that just like, blah, 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 and they can just talk and it's great. Know that you may feel more pressure doing it this way than if you know you have the edit to rely on to make sure that you can make mistakes and that you can recover from them and it's not going to be a huge deal. Like not every take has to be perfect when you have editing. Okay, so yeah, oh my gosh, I've done it. This is crazy. All right, so you know those points. So keep it short and planned. Know that you will make mistakes and that you know, good chance you'll have to make multiple takes, and to be kind to yourself if that does happen. Just keep that good positive energy going, okay? And number 3, actually, 1, 2, 3. Number 3 is to get creative and try to bring something a little fun and playful to these shorter videos that have no editing, and use the format that it is uncut, that it's raw, and that it's like, this is me uncensored. Use that to your advantage and don't pretend it's Lord of the Rings. Just like, let yourself be you, have fun, and okay, now it's your turn. So I want you to leave a comment below and tell me if you have been doing these one-take wonders or if you plan to do it in the future, and tell me how it's been going or how you feel about it. Like, I want to know, because for me, this was definitely a lot more stressful than knowing I've got that edit. Like I said, it's crazy. Okay, so leave that comment below. I'm really curious to hear how those one-take, or not one-take, the no editing people do this, because this is nuts. Okay. This is Sarah Michelle Brown, your virtual video director, signing off, and I just want to say, dream up. Yeah, okay.